Magnus effect is, suppose if there is a ball, if the ball is spinning up, the ball is spinning up, that means if it is spinning on its own, then when it is spinning up, there it creates some pressure difference above and below, right? When it is spinning up, the it creates some pressure difference below and above. Due to the pressure difference, it will be having some lift upwards. Okay, so it will be having some lift in the upward direction. So when it is spinning up, so there will be created some dynamic lift, there will be some dynamic lift exists due to its spinning. Okay, so that dynamic lift due to spinning, we call it as Magnus effect. Simple. Okay, so if you could understand this, it will be easy. So when we are spinning a ball, so when we are spinning a ball, so there some pressure difference will be created. Due to the pressure difference, a dynamic lift will be created in it. Okay, so the dynamic lift, the dynamic lift due to spinning, due to spinning is called, is called Magnus effect. Okay, this is called Magnus effect. So previously directly it is asked for 2 marks question in IPE. Now, so that's all. Just when a ball is spinning up, it will be lifted up due to the pressure difference. So the dynamic lift due to spinning, we are calling it as a Magnus effect. And our next topic is speed of a flux, and we call it as a Torricelli law. Torricelli law we will go with. Now, so our topic is speed of efflux, and which is only our Torricelli's law. According to Torricelli, this efflux means what? If from a container, if liquid comes out, if liquid comes out, then the coming out liquid speed, that coming out liquid speed, we are calling it as efflux. Of course, there are certain conditions. It will be the it will be coming out through some particular hole, and that will be at some certain depth. So all those conditions will be there. So in such scenario, if liquid is coming out, that liquid speed, we are calling it as speed of efflux. It is given by Torricelli, and here we are going to find speed of efflux. That means whatever liquid is coming out of it, its speed we are going to calculate. I'll try to draw the diagram, then I'll explain it in detail. So we will be considering a liquid in a container, and as per Torricelli, the speed of efflux, that means the speed of the liquid which is coming out at some depth, at some depth. Approximately we consider this point is almost below, and we can consider the depth as h itself. And here, of course, some atmospheric pressure will act on it, right? Atmospheric pressure also acts. The area of this total, the total liquid is present in a area of A1 I am considering, because here one more small hole we have, no, here its area I am taking it as A2. Okay, and the speed over here, if we consider it as V1, and the speed over here we can, oh, just a minute, just a minute. No. Speed over here, if I consider it as V1, speed over here I am considering it as V2. Okay, that means which is decreasing gradually and which is coming out gradually here. This is V2 and here it is V1. Now, so already we have a better application. That means Bernoulli's theorem we have, no. So the same principle we will be using to get speed of it. Okay, so in that already we have total energy remains constant, we have taken here. The if I consider some water or some other liquid, its density will be same throughout. Whatever is coming out, whatever is decreasing, the same liquid only taking place. So throughout this, the density will be same. Okay, now if I apply our Bernoulli's principle, according to our Bernoulli's principle, what we write, will, if I represent it in the form of equation, so pressure energy plus potential energy plus kinetic energy, all of them we have written P plus rho g h plus half rho v square. V is speed. So v square is equals to constant we got, no? No. So remaining all are same, only here v1 will change, and other side same P naught, same pressure will be acting on the same liquid, and rho gh, okay, and the other one is half rho v2 square will be there, right? Only v1 v2s are different, remaining all are almost the same. Now based on this, if I expand this, so only the difference is what here, a1 is greater, a1 is greater as compared to a2, right? So if a1 is greater as compared to a2, so what happens, v2 will be greater, much greater, v2 will be much greater as compared to v1. How we say this? Of course we have the equation of continuity, av is equals to constant we have. From there, a is inversely proportional to v, we write. Already we have written that at equation of continuity. A is the area, v is the speed. Now, so if area is more, speed becomes less. If area is less, speed becomes more. Here area is less, speed becomes high. So v2 is much greater than v1. When a1 is much greater than a1, of course v2 will also be much greater than v1. Under that condition, if we write, under that condition if we write, so what we can write, rho gh is equals to, I am writing, because v1 is very less, if it is very less as compared to v2, much less I'm saying with respect to v2, if v1 is very less as compared to v2, so whatever v1 term is there, that I am squaring it again, okay? So if it is v2 is 10, if v1 is 0.01, like that, if it is there such huge difference if it exists between v2 and v1, so v1 is already in decimals, and if I square it, still it comes in decimal, okay? So that means if I multiply with some other one, it will be smaller value. This I am neglecting because v1 is small. If I neglect this, and anyhow both sides it is having same pressure difference, okay, p naught only it is acting, so that p naught term also I can neglect both sides. And what else we have, so rho gh here, this side I have, and the right side I have rho gh only, and this rho gh I am neglecting, this I am neglecting. Why I am neglecting here, this side v2 terms are there. In terms of rho we will have a2, in terms of rho we will be having a2, a2 is also again much less. So if it is much less, so this I can neglect this term, okay? So here v1 term I am neglecting because it is having the least value. Here a2 term, a2 will be involved in it, so that I am neglecting, which is having lesser value, okay? So here I am not neglecting because anyhow I got v2 higher value, v2 I am squaring it again, I will be getting higher value only. That is the reason I am not neglecting here, okay? So based on this equation of continuity, some terms can be neglected which gives very least values. Now what is left out thing, rho gh, right? Rho gh is left out on left side, and right side what else is left out, of rho v2 square is left, right? Now based on that, rho will be cancelled out again here, if rho is cancelled out. Now, so what we get, rho is cancelled out. So only left out thing is half v2 square is equals to gh. So v2 square is equals to 2gh. Okay. Now 2gh, and left out one is what, v2. The speed with which it is coming out of the hole, that only we are calling it as a speed of flex. Speed of flex value is square root of 2gh we got, okay? So that is about speed of flex which was given by Torricelli. So the same thing we are calling it as Torricelli's law, okay? Torricelli's law we are calling it. This is about how we find speed of flex. Next, our next topic is venturimeter. In this, so in venturimeter, like we had already similar, one more construction, that is manometer we have seen to measure pressure. We had manometer. One more thing also will be the barometer. It comes in school level to measure pressure only. Atmospheric pressure will be using barometer. And here in this chapter we have seen manometer also. Here we are going with one more device called venturimeter. So venturimeter, which is a device which is used to measure speed of incompressible liquid. So our intention is what? To measure speed, speed of incompressible liquid, speed of incompressible liquids can be measured with the help of our venturimeter. Okay, speed of incompressible liquids can be measured with the help of venturimeter, and of course, to understand better, we need to have its construction. So we'll see construction so that I can tell you clearly what exactly happened. Now, so the venturimeter, roughly, it looks like whatever I have drawn over here. Now, in this, some pressure difference will be created. That height, the pressure difference here, we are checking with this height. So one tube-like arrangement will be there, same like how we had in manometer. The same manometer only we are fixing here, and above that, we are having a tube, and which is having broad neck at one side and a very small neck in between, and again broad neck. Okay, here bigger and here middle it is smaller, and again here it is bigger. Okay, so at the broad neck we are having area capital A, at the middle it is having smaller area small a. Okay, two different types of liquids we have taken here to find out the pressure exactly. uh, what is our intention here? We want to find the speed of this incompressible liquid. That is what we want to find. Okay, just we will be using equation of continuity again here, and we'll be using Bernoulli's theorem here. With the help of both of them, we will be finding. Of course, this H is there, no? With the help of rho g H, we will be getting pressure difference. That pressure difference also we'll be using with the help of this device. Okay, now, so what it is consisting of? So the device is consisting of a broad diameter and a small construction at the middle, right? And it is connected to some a manometer to get the pressure difference, right? Now, so what we can write easily from equation of continuity, we can write A into V1 is equals to A into V2, we can write. Okay, of course, speeds will be different. Small area will be having more speed, large area will be having less speed, that we have seen in the last topic itself. Now, based on this, if I write an expression for V2, so what do we get? Capital A by capital A upon small a into V1 times V1, we can write. No? Now, so the same thing I will be using in Bernoulli's theorem. So from Bernoulli's theorem, correct. This is from equation of continuity. From equation of continuity, we have next. Next, what we have from Bernoulli's theorem, if I write. From Bernoulli's theorem, what do we get from Bernoulli's theorem? We have pressure energy plus P1 plus half rho V1 square is equals to plus half rho V1 square is equals to P2 plus half rho V2 square. This we can write now. So one more thing, here I am not writing rho GH term. Why? Because it is flowing at same height. That is the reason rho GH term we don't need to write. The same energy it will be there, it will cancel out easily. So I am not mentioning that. So from here P1 minus P2, that P2 I am bringing this side, P1 minus P2 is equals to what we can write, half rho V2 square already there. Okay, and half rho V2 square. V2 value I'm substituting directly here. A by A into V1 square. A by A whole square into V1 square plus half rho V1 square. One small correction here, it should be not plus, it should be minus. This term it is going other side, no? It will be minus. Now, based on this, P1 minus P2 is equals to what we can write. Half rho can be taken out common. The left out thing is what? Capital A square by small a square. Capital A square by small a square minus 1. Okay. That means from here capital A square by small a square I have written, V square, V1 square I am taking common. So that V1 square common term I am writing out. In both of the terms, half rho V1 square is there. Half rho I have written here, V1 square I have written in the end. Now, so by using manometer case, we can get P1 minus P2 is what? Rho GH, right? Already we have done it at case of manometer. So P1 minus P2 is rho GH. Already we have done it there. So P1 minus P2, we will get it as a rho GH. Now, so that expression I can use here. Yes. So in that sense, if I use it, so rho GH if I write, so rho GH I can write from this, from this equation. So rho will be cancelled out, right? So V1 square is equals to all this, I can send it out, 2GH by it will come. Okay. So V1 square is equals to, where it went? Wait. Right. So V1 square is equals to rho 2GH, right? 2GH by. So what we have? Capital A square by small a square minus 1. This will be getting, right? So this is V1 square. And about V1? V1 is equals to root 2GH. Only for 2GH I am writing root. And for remaining term, if I write a square by small a square minus 1 all to the power of, it should be there in the denominator. That power I am bringing up, it will become minus. When denominator power, if it is there, if I bring it up, it will become minus 1 by 2. Because square, when it goes other side, 1 by 2 only it will become. That 1 by 2 only, we will write it as generally root. It is there in the denominator. The denominator term, I brought it up, minus 1 by 2 it became. Okay. So this is what our speed of incompressible liquid, which can be found by using a Venturi meter. Okay. So this is about speed of an incompressible liquid, which can be found by using the Venturi meter device.